Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me again, and happy birthday to all of you. So as always, before we get started, we're going to take a look at your oracle cards. And this week, Cancer, from Le Vampire, you pulled Love Conquers All, Enduring Loyalty, Eternal Love, and Lasting Commitment. And from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Complacency. Now, Love Conquers All from Le Vampire is really talking about the power of love and giving it a place of honor in your life, your home, your work. Love is all there is. It's very important, especially when you are in the process of manifesting things. But I think with complacency, some of you are having difficulty there. Complacency from Chakra Wisdom. The very first quote for this says, I am feeling the loss of my dreams. There's a feeling of lack of motivation and holding yourself back. This card is a warning not to give up. But also you need to be careful about coasting along in situations that are not really what you want for yourself. You will never be fulfilled by the unmet dreams of others. And for some of you, it can be hard to put love first when you feel like what you're wanting is not being realized, which is definitely understandable. All right, Cancer, here we go. Here is the energy coming through, the Eight of Pentacles. So putting in some work and putting in some effort into your own dreams. The Eight of Pentacles can also suggest that some of you are financially well, maybe loving what you're doing, but showing off your skills and your talents here as well. But hard work, putting in some hard work. And the past, the Seven of Cups. Seeing that as the past coming through is saying that, for some of you may have had difficulties in clearly seeing what the right thing was to do in a situation. I've had issues with the Seven of Cups because usually I'm like, hey, get out of fantasy mode, quit daydreaming, right? But the amazing thing is that here recently, it seems like whatever your fantasies are around certain situations, you have an ability to manifest it. It's almost like going into La La Land and going, can I manifest this? Let's see if I can do it, right? But truly, the Seven of Cups is not being able to see things clearly because of your emotional attachment to the options that you may have in front of you. We have our own fantasies around the way things will work out when we choose something. But I think for a lot of you, you're not really clear on what actions you need to start taking here. The Ace of Pentacles, present conditions, that is nice to see. And seeing the Eight of Pentacles is fantastic, fantastic. If some of you are having difficulty when it comes to, even with the Five of Wands dropping out, oppositions with, work situations, some of you may be looking at a new job opportunity. And if you put in the hard work, man, there is some serious financial gain here. And for some of you, you may have had difficulty in the past on seeing, what can I do to create some security in my life and stability, and not really knowing what decisions to make or what options you should take. But I think what presents itself to you is going to be fantastic. Again, the Seven of Cups. It's like coming out of it and being like, yeah, I want that. How can I make this happen? And here you're definitely doing it. Future conditions, the Devil. Looking at that and then looking at complacency, immediately I want to say, stop doing that. Stop it, stop it, stop it. There is no reason why you should feel like there isn't any possible way of realizing the things that you want. If you're being presented with a new opportunity, you have to be careful about the thoughts that you're chaining yourself to here, because I really think that's what it is. Not seeing clearly how to best make, or how to make the most of the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, especially if you're being offered something new that's going to create some financial security, whether it's a new job, a new position. I feel like you're chaining yourself to the idea that either, this is something that is just fantasy, it's not real, or that it's something that you may not deserve. But stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that to yourself, because when you put forth the effort here with the Eight of Pentacles, you will see results. You're going to have to bust your ass, but it's going to be worth it. But you're chaining yourself to something that is unhealthy here. Unhealthy. Your best path to follow, and there you go. The Three of Wands. Here's the thing. When you're looking out over the cliff, whether the ships are coming in or not, you should already know what to expect here, because this is what you've been working toward. You are putting plans into action here. And you're starting to see these plans take shape. This is also looking at the long term. I'm telling you, be careful about the way that you're thinking about opportunities being presented, because if you put forth the effort, you will see results here. And the Three of Wands is reminding you that, hey, put these plans into action. Don't allow yourself to be stuck with these feelings of, I don't know how this is possible. I don't know how this is going to happen for me. Maybe I don't deserve this. Whatever it is with the devil, stop it. Stop it. I'm telling you, stop it. Because what you have here is great. And I think for some of you, you may be like waiting. You're like waiting to hear. You're waiting to hear news of something like having to do with a job, having to do with new opportunities. I really feel like Spirit here is telling you, don't give up on it. Just because you haven't heard anything yet doesn't mean that it's not going to come through. Damn devil, though. I really think that this is what you're doing to yourself. I don't think that people are holding you in situations here. I think with complacency, it's you feeling like, because there isn't like immediate response here, that things aren't happening, that your dreams aren't happening, but they will. It's like Spirit is like, just hang on, keep putting in the effort here, keep plugging away. In your environment, the world, look at it. Feeling successful, feeling like you're on top of the world. The world being the end of the majors is that completion. It's the successful completion, right? And the start of new efforts and new opportunities. I'm telling you, it's there. Whatever it is that you guys are waiting on hearing about, don't let, your thoughts run away with you as far as like bad thoughts, bad habits. Don't do that because things are changing here. There's going to be a successful feeling for you. And I feel like you guys are going to hear some really good news about what you're waiting for here. Your hopes and your fears, the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm telling you, Cancer. If some of you are waiting on some important news, whether it has to do with a new job, maybe something creative where there is some financial gain involved here, the Nine of Pentacles, and I mean, look at it. These are fantastic. The Nine of Pentacles is talking about self-reliance. It's not just about enjoying the finer things in life and the things that you have. This is saying that you can create your own stability. You are creating this. And financially, fantastic. I just think that, for some of you, it's going to be hard for you to see because there's the waiting game that's happening here. But as long as you keep your focus on the opportunity and not on clouded judgment, this won't affect you. But I think for some of you, you're going to have a hard time seeing that this is going to come through. Definitely, it's coming through. And again, the world, feeling successful. And then there's this feeling of abundance and self-reliance. I love it. And then the outcome. Damn it, Cancer. Damn it. I'm telling you, you have to be careful about the way that you're thinking about things. The Nine of Swords. And here's the thing. Some of you may move on because you're not hearing, you're not getting that news in quick enough is what it feels like. And you go into this state of like regretting having taken any action. And you can't do that. You can't do it. I'm telling you, I'm looking at this and this is major between this here. This is, major disappointments when it comes to work situations. But I think this is you doing it to yourself. The Nine of Swords is all that mental shit that we do, letting our thoughts run away with us. Whether it has to do with work, whether it has to do with relationships, whatever it is, you can't overanalyze shit. You can't overthink things. You can't think that things are not going to happen for you because of this, that, or the other thing. You can't do that. The Spirit is trying to tell you, you may be playing the waiting game, but don't quit. Don't give up. Complacency. Don't give up, right? Don't allow yourself to hold back. Because, I mean, look at it. The ace in the world, it goes back to your last reading too, for some of you, having these major events happening, but not really seeing the beauty that is around you. And here it's like they're presenting themselves big time here. I just think some of you need to be careful about where your thoughts are leading you, because between the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords, it's not healthy. Not healthy. And don't chain yourself to any kind of self-doubt. All right, Cancer, we're going to take a look at soul trees to see what other messages there are for you guys. But I'm looking at this and I'm seeing you not hearing something that you've been waiting on. You feel like maybe offers aren't coming through, but the world is suggesting that it's there, especially with the Nine of Pentacles there. And that is what you're hoping for. That is what you can attain in your life. But you got to be careful where your thoughts are leading you. Be careful about listening to that inner voice, because the bullshit it's telling you isn't right. I'm telling you that right now. Acceptance. When it comes to having to accept difficult situations, it can be extremely hard. But accept the opportunities that are coming through to you. Don't push them off, even though they may be taking some time here. I feel like what happens is you just chain yourself to bad thinking, bad thinking. Reconnect with spirit, definitely. Always good advice when it comes to these situations here. And reconnecting with spirit is really talking about here. You know, keep putting those plans into actions. You're going to start seeing things take shape. It's just that some of you may be waiting a little bit to see it happen. It's not going to be like, boom, there it is. But your inner voice, if your inner voice is telling you this is wrong, listen, because the thoughts that you're chaining yourself to are no good. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, you know, for those who are happy in your relationships, this is a new start to your love, like what I was speaking about before. And then there is make the effort. You guys got 2 for each of them this time. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you're having difficulties not seeing a way out of difficult situations in a relationship, start making the effort. It's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you and how you handle situations that is going to make the difference in your love life. But new love. For some of you, you know, again, if you're dealing with situations where you've just recently broke up and here you're starting something new, it can suggest a new love in your life. But for singles, very soon, that 3 of Wands, you're going to have to wait a minute, but it's very soon. Like it's right on the heels of you feeling like you're not hearing it soon enough, you know. And release your ex, clear your energy. But I'm telling you, Cancer, you have to be careful where your thoughts are right now and where they're leading you. Okay, Cancer, so I think some of you were acting on an opportunity, and it may have to do with a work situation. And looking at the Nine of Pentacles being in your hopes and your fears, I really do think that this opportunity is going to come through for you. I just think that some of you aren't hearing news about it fast enough. And the thing is, you know, looking at the 3 of Wands there, it's telling you that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And seeing the world in your environment, it's like last week, and seeing the Empress there. But for some reason, you're not seeing it. And instead, you chain yourself to horrible thinking. Stop it. Stop doing that to yourself. Because I'm telling you, whatever it is that you've been working toward, it's right there. It's just that this may take longer than the week to hear back from. And I do think that for a lot of you, this has to do with a job. Some of you may have applied for a new job. Some of you may have some new ideas that you're wanting to work on to create some financial stability, but it's like you're not hearing the news that you want to hear. But what happens here is no good, and be careful about what your inner voice is telling you, because if it's telling you that everything is wrong, don't listen to it. But if your inner voice is telling you to just be patient and wait, then yes, just be careful where your thoughts are leading you right now, because I'm telling you, you're going to hear some really good news over what it is that you're waiting on with this opportunity coming through. But the thing is you have to be open to accepting it when it does become available for you. I think the problem is again, where your thinking is at. And It explains why complacency is showing up. If you go to the end of this week and you still haven't heard any news yet, it would make sense that this is where you're at. But again, you got to be careful where your thoughts are leading you, because it's like right there. It's right there. And there's a need here between love conquers all and reconnect with spirit for you to do that. There's a need here for you to start living from your heart and putting love first in your life, instead of letting the devil and the Nine of Swords strip you of hope. Stop doing this. Stop it. Stop it. When it comes to love, make the effort in new love. For those of you who are in a relationship, I'm telling you, this is a restart to a relationship, but it's going to be through the efforts that you put through. If you're having difficulty right now, it's important that you make the effort in a relationship, because you want to see that connection and you want to have that new beginning, especially out of difficulties. For those of you who are single, very soon and release your ex. You have to release that kind of energy, especially if it's creating horrible mental thinking right now. And very soon, it's there. It's like right there. It's just you're having a hard time seeing it right now, which is understandable. But I think that you will start to hear news here very soon. It may take longer than this week. It may take 3 weeks, but I don't see it being that long. It's just that right now, I think it's difficult because your thoughts are running away with you, and you got to stop it. Stop doing that. But I would have faith, Cancer, that, especially with the world and your environment here, that things are going to happen for you, and you're going to have that feeling of success that you've been working for.